What's good, family? So Justin Bieber recently has been going viral, and it hasn't been for the best reasons. His fan base has really been concerned because he's been on live, and it seems as if he's on some serious drugs, and he's just not himself. Now, we know what happened with him and being in the industry, having Diddy as his mentor when he was like 15, 16 years old. That in itself just reveals that he has been through a lot, having a mentor like that and being exposed to all that stuff at a young age. So it's inevitable for it to take a toll on him. So in this video right here, it's titled "The Justin Bieber Situation is Sad." Let's see what they're talking about.
Alright, man, so looks like our boy Justin Bieber, best believer, has not been doing too good lately. So yeah, lately it looks like this man has been extremely drugged up. He's been high. He's been off his rocks. And it's evident with his...
comment down below. Some people were saying that he wasn't, on the narcotics. He was just being himself. But hey, comment down below.
Divorce, or allegedly, those were rumors that him and Hailey Bieber are going to be divorcing. And with the whole Diddy situation, obviously Diddy was a mentor to young Justin Bieber as he was coming up in the game. We all already know that. And as far as I can tell, rumors at this point, but they have been brought up in court document where he may have been linked to some type of abuse. So with the struggle of his marriage with Hailey Bieber, with the P. Diddy situation and rumors and speculation around him being in the entertainment business and that possibly damaging his psyche and his mental health, I can now see why he's up here looking drugged up and tired and rapping to some random ass song that I don't even know what we're listening to, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, man, somebody please get this man some help desperately, immediately, urgently. Honestly,
I'm not gonna lie, he needs to drop that shit now, ASAP. No Rocky, bro. You need to drop that today. Justin Bieber, drop that joint today, because that shit is too hard. I'm telling you, it'll go viral. Way too hard.
Honestly, I don't know what the hell Justin Bieber was doing on his live stream, man. Like, clearly this man is tweaked out. He's zoned out. He's looking off into space. Clearly he's on some type of drug. And at this point, just like my last video with Kodak Black, it seems like a lot of these celebrities, these young celebrities who are either 30 or younger, are just crashing out, bro. They're drugged up. They've been abused. They've been strung out, exploited by their labels, their mentors, the people closest to them. And now they're just, as it appears to seem, at a breaking point is what I'm picking up. A lot of these young guys are just at a breaking point. Here we have this one comment by Rachel. She said, people are saying he's not on drugs. I don't know who's saying that. It's obvious he's on drugs, but they say, have you ever been around someone on drugs? He's absolutely high on something, and it's not weed. In other news related to Justin Bieber, they say Justin Bieber, a 31-year-old married and father, is bragging about effing his ex. I refuse to believe Selena Gomez is the problem. But in another cryptic post by Justin Bieber, we have this photo here posted to his IG with over 1 million.
This photo in itself is very revealing. What was the caption that he put? I got anger issues too, but I want to grow and not react so much. SMH. Bro, I mean, the message behind this photo is very clear. You got cargos, and then you have one baby. It's looking like traffic. He's definitely sending a message about trafficking. I mean, even him being young, he could have been trafficked himself, or he definitely knows people that do it.
You have this photo here posted to his IG with over 1 million likes of him as a baby in front of a whole bunch of shipping containers, which in my opinion is creepy as hell. And then in the next photo, we have young Justin Bieber posting himself on his own IG. And the caption reads, Justin Bieber posted a photo of himself as a child and a photo of shipping containers with a baby in the picture on his Instagram page. In his post, he sadly wrote, he has anger issues, but he wants to grow and not react so much. completely understandable. I used to be there. We know he's a victim, but he's telling us he was also trafficked in shipping containers or just trying to expose this happens. I'm not sure if he was a victim of trafficking. I wouldn't be surprised if that were the case at one point of his life, but we all know that trafficking definitely happens in Hollywood, in the entertainment industry, in the music industry, in all kinds of media. We know children are abused worldwide by a lot of rich and powerful people who are legit psychopaths. I mean, the man we shall not name in this video who allegedly hung himself like 2 to 3 years ago, and the list full of people on that island apparently never got to prison. Like, bruv, this is the world we live in, and Justin Bieber may have been a victim of all that. We may never know, and that may be a contributing factor to his declining mental health and the obvious psychological breakdown we're seeing before our very eyes.
Fans have been very concerned about Justin Bieber after some photos and videos in the last few weeks, and their concern in seeing images like this is thinking that perhaps he is in the middle of some drug binge.
Respectfully, I'm not gonna lie, looking at this photo right now, Justin Bieber looks like he is on drugs. He looks high as fuck. He looks strung out. He looks like he's been up for days, and he looks like complete shit. I'm sorry to say.
Bro, but like realistically, he's probably been exposed to like some crazy stuff from a young age, and you have memories. Once you're exposed to something, you know it happens, you know it's the truth. You can't unsee it or be unexposed to it. Law of exposure. So it's like that may just be his way of coping with everything that's went on in his life. And that, like I said, the cargo and the baby reveals a lot. So that means, like, we know that it happens in the world. But the closer and closer that you get to that being a reality, the more it's going to affect you mentally.
He needs help, just like Kodak Black, just like the rest of these celebrities. Honestly, I don't want to see any of these young guys ODing off of drugs when it can be completely avoided. Again, with the P. Diddy situation and the stresses of his marriage, and also him alluding to the possible fact that he could have been a victim of child sex trafficking, and all the drugs and alcohol he must have abused in his life to cope with everything he's been hiding from the world. I mean, you can definitely use in his life to cope with every trafficking and all the drugs and alcohol you must have abused.
You can't tell me this is not Lil Draymond, bro. That's Lil Draymond Green.
Used in his life to cope with everything he's been hiding from the world. I mean, you can definitely see it on his face. And, you know, recently I heard a song of Justin Bieber singing to his fans. You know, I'm not sure how old it is, but the message was definitely clear and obvious.
They criticize the things I did as an idiot kid. What if you had it all? Nobody to call. Maybe then you know me. 'Cause I've had everything, but no one's listening. And that's just fucking lonely.
So clearly the message, you know, he says,
so
what if you had it all, but you had no one to call? You know, he acknowledges that he has everything. He's privileged, but no one's listening. He says that's just effing wrong, you know? So as I've stated multiple times in my videos in the past, I mean, like I say, money can't buy everything. Money cannot buy mental health. Like, sure, you're privileged. You can do anything you want in the world, but if you have demons inside eating you up every day, you see plenty of rich people killing themselves all the time, ODing, hanging themselves, you know, crashing the F out. Like, bro, statistically speaking, a lot of the happiest people or people with the most well-being in the world typically come from third world countries where leisure is casual, family is beautiful, and the weather is nice. They may not be the richest, but, you know, what they have is family, love, nature, and fun.
Fucking lonely. I'm so lonely. Lonely. I'm so lonely. Lonely.
Honestly, the song is very powerful. You know, I know this is like a acapella type, acoustic type song, and honestly, I feel for him, bro. I feel like Justin, throughout his entire career, was just an innocent kid who loved music, he loved singing, and, you know, he got caught up in the trap of record labels and, you know, the P. Diddy situation and people exploiting him for his fame, his talent, his money, and now he's at the older part of his life, you know, still a young man, of course, but he just seems to be struggling with his mental health. You know, he's highlighting it on Instagram Instagram in front of millions of people. He's singing about it, you know. He's clearly going through drugs and addiction at this point in time. You know, he's potentially going to be breaking up with his wife, and, you know, he's going to be losing half or more. And, you know, people need to understand death by 1,000 cuts. When you have all these things attacking your body and your mental health, your physical well-being from all types of angles every single day, bro, there comes a point where you can't take anymore, bro. There comes a point where there's that one final straw that breaks the camel's back, and then you finally flip the fuck out and something bad happens, something devastating happens that you can't come back from. And I'm genuinely hoping that Justin Bieber never reaches that point, because at that point it's pretty much over for most people. But yeah, man, like, I respect Justin. You know, he's always been sort of the guy who has been relegated to the pop slop generic type guy who has a fan base full of teen girls, who I suppose has been dismissed for his musical talent, but I genuinely think he's a talented guy. Immaculate vocals, can play multiple instruments, you know, can dance a little. Like, I genuinely think Justin deserves more respect than he has gotten through his entire career. You know, I even found this interesting clip floating around online with Justin singing with this guy, I forgot, I think Kid Leroy from Australia. It seems as though that he was drugged up here too, either high or drunk or a combination of the two, but I found this clip interesting.
When I'm away from you, I miss your touch. The reason I don't even love, it's been difficult for me to trust. I'm afraid that I'ma fuck it up. Ain't no way that I can leave, 'cause I don't remember the words, and that's crazy. 'Cause you know that without you, so baby, stay. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, now I'll be fucked up. I do the same thing. I told you that I never would. I told you I never could. But nobody need you to stay.
So like I said, you know, Justin, he clearly loves singing. He's clearly a true artist. You know, I wish the guy luck, man. Honestly, I know he's going through a hard time, bro. You know, there's trials and tribulations for all of us. There's peaks and valleys, man. So I'm genuinely wishing him the best of luck with his mental health, and, you know, the situation with Diddy and his wife potentially, you know, getting divorced from her, and, you know, financial issues, the drug issues, basically the whole onslaught of everything he's...
Nah, for real though. Like, prayers go out to Justin Bieber. He was a portion of like who I listened to in 8th grade. I'm gonna be honest, because he did drop an album. I think it was called Purpose, and I vibe with the music. I'm the type of person that I can listen to like a large, like diverse. I can listen to diverse music. You know what I'm saying? Not many guys would admit they listen to Justin Bieber. Probably not many guys have, but like, I have, because at the end of the day, he makes good music. He has good vocals. And I remember on that album specifically, he was actually talking about some stuff. It wasn't just about like, oh, baby, baby. It was actually something real. Now, the entire situation with Justin Bieber, with him leading up to this point, I feel like he's always been revealing what's really going on. And that one picture that he posted on Instagram is very revealing. Like, we can say that, yeah, him being surrounded by Diddy at 15, 16 years old, Diddy taking him in, having 24 hours with Diddy without supervision, he was the guardian. We can just say, okay, that is conspiracy theory. We don't know exactly what happened in that situation. We are just assuming what happened because of all the other experiences that people have revealed that they've had with Diddy and what Diddy likes to do. But that picture on Instagram is 100% the confirmation that there's a lot of things going on much deeper than just him being around Diddy. Like, literally, the trafficking cargoes with the baby right in front of it, it speaks volumes, bro. It speaks volumes. But comment down below what you guys think about this situation right here. Prayers go out to Justin Bieber, because he's obviously going through it. And there's certain things that he has seen, that he's been through, that cannot be forgotten. And he's just going to have to learn. He just has to cope with it. And, you know, therapy, have Jesus. Because like he said, it doesn't matter how much money we have. It doesn't matter what we have externally. Like, if we have certain demons in our life that, whether it's anxiety or negative thoughts or negative self-talk or certain memories that constantly affect us negatively, we would need something far beyond our spiritual power to help us cope with that and cure us in a positive way, rather than going to drugs and things like that. But we're all human beings. We all, have our times that we go to vices, and it happens. You know what I'm saying? We all make mistakes. But comment down below what you guys think about this entire situation. Smash the like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you can catch when I drop another video for you. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Peace.